Garrett, this maybe will go without saying, I guess, but yesterday, just with you guys cleaning up the penalties like you talked about, and being able to, kind of play without being behind the eight ball, how much did that help in being able to get into a rhythm and just kind of seeing the true potential of what this offense can do?
Yeah, it was a lot more fun. I thought we were balanced. I thought Coach Kubiak did an unbelievable job calling plays. I thought whether we wanted to run it or throw it, we were executing at a high level. And yeah, like you said, like we've all said the past week, when we don't hurt ourselves, we're a really damn good offense. So Coach Rauscher did a great job this week. He was hammering details and technique and getting our hands inside, moving our feet. I think that showed up on the film after watching it a few times. And we're in better positions. 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3 is a lot. You're going to convert that at a lot higher rate than 3rd and 15, 3rd and 20. There was a lot of times where we weren't even in 3rd down. We were just 1st down, 2nd down, 1st down. And that's the mentality we have to have. And when we're playing like that, we're hard to stop. So it was definitely a lot more fun.
All right, we'll have Arif and then Matthew.
Hi, Garrett. This was one of the least pressured games, according to like PFF or whatever, games of Kirk Cousins' career as a Viking, and also Dalvin Cook had a really remarkable game. What's been the difference in this game versus kind of the history that the Vikings have had at that offensive line?
Like I just said, I think technique and details was really hammered this last week. I thought that Kirk played an unbelievable game. I think we did some good things up front, but Kirk also did a great job using his feet when he needed to, getting the ball out. When we have the running game like we had yesterday, that slows a pass rush down, that opens things up, and Dalvin was Dalvin yesterday. So, I think we were firing on almost all cylinders like we want to yesterday, and it was a much different product on the field than it was the week before. And so, coaches always say teams make the biggest jump from week 1 to week 2, and that was our goal, being better this week than we were last week. And I think, unfortunately, we didn't get the win that we wanted to, and it's a results-driven league, and we need to win. But there's definitely some more things to build off of.
Garrett, you've sort of been through some ups and downs here since you've been here, where there's been times where you lose a couple games and then bounce back. Last year that you went through that. What do you think the key is to building off of some of the things that you were just mentioning that have worked going into a game where you're going to face another very good defense and offense?
Yeah, I think staying positive and understanding who we are. We have really good players in our locker room. We have really good coaches, really good personnel. So trusting the coaches, it's a long season, and each week is very different. So trying to be better this week than we were the week before, having that kind of 1-0 mentality is huge. Having a short memory, building off the good things and correcting the things that we could do better.
Next, Chris, and then Dave.
Yeah, hey, Garrett, you kind of touched upon what I was going to ask you, but after two tough defeats like that, is there anything different you guys do? Do you watch more film, less film, work harder on anything? I mean, does anything change to make sure you guys, don't get frustrated after two such tough defeats?
No, the coaches have a plan, and we trust them with that plan, so we're going to stick right to the schedule, do what we did last week, build off the good, and correct the stuff that we can do better. But it's a new week. Seattle's a great team, and we're fired up to be in our home stadium. It's been fun to have fans back this year. It's been great to see purple in Cincinnati and in Arizona, but there's nothing like US Bank. So that's where our focus is now, and we're excited to play in our stadium with our fans again.
Garrett, two obviously really tight games so far this year, and there was a lot last year that were like last possession going either way. Do you think those types of circumstances get easier for teams and players, like once you just experience that more?
Yeah, I think so. I think just understanding that it's a full 60-minute. If it has to be overtime, it's overtime. At games in the NFL, winning, you got to compete for the whole game, all 4 quarters. And I think when you do win those games, it's a great feeling. And unfortunately, we came short on Sunday, but we were right there, and we're going to do the things we need to correction-wise, so that when we're in that position again, because we will be, we're going to finish the game and come out on top.
Garrett, after the game yesterday, when Mike Zimmer talked to us, his message was basically that he was encouraged by the fight and the improvement. Was that generally the tone that he took with the team after the game as well?
Yeah, I think first and foremost, everyone was pretty disappointed. You come to you go to Arizona to win the ball game. That was our intention. That was our mindset. That's what we were going to do, and that didn't happen. So I think that's kind of the elephant in the room. But then on top of that, I think coach and all the players really brought a lot of more positivity. Like, hey, we're a damn good football team. We have really good players. So let's keep stacking on the good, and we're going to win a lot of games. We just have to trust the coaches, trust the process, and keep moving forward.
Yeah, Garrett, it felt kind of like when Mike Zimmer, I think Patrick Peterson talked about it too, that they were just like a couple plays away from a 2-0 versus 0-2. And you are what your record states. Like, that's sports. But like, how do you look at it as a player where you take the cumulative effect of the entire game, realizing it wasn't just Dalvin fumbling in Cincinnati, and that's the reason that loss happened? It wasn't just a 37-yard field goal that was missed. How, when you're correcting like the mistakes, looking over the film, do you look through everything to be like, that led to the XYZ effect that led to us losing?
There's always a handful of plays each game, and there's some glaring ones. There's some ones that like everyone kind of notices and points at, but there's some that not everyone points at. And as an O lineman, you kind of look at those. There's a 3rd and 1 that we need to convert on, and there's little plays throughout a game, and the team that makes most of those plays wins the game. And so, hats off to Arizona. They made more plays than we did, and so I think the goal is to just move forward and understand that when your number's called, like we need to step up and make those plays, because the margin of error in this league is so thin, and that's the difference between wins and losses, like you said.
Hey, Garrett, what do you kind of, after Greg Joseph misses a field goal like that, what do you kind of say to him, and how do you deal with him, to make sure he's not getting too down and that sort of thing?
I kind of just stay in my lane a little bit, talk to the O-line, talk through the game with them, like, hey, these were some good plays, these were some bad plays. I'm sure he's got a lot of people in his ear, and he did a great job with the 50-yard field goals back-to-back weeks, and we all have a job to do, and I'm just kind of focused on doing mine, and I think that's the approach that the coach wants us to take.